In this video, I'm going to get in and play what is my favorite game in the entire system. It's called the Mental Map Game of the United States. Most states used to have state requirements that students develop a mental map of the world, that they know where the continents and oceans are, they know where their own country is, and they even know where the states are. And this particular game shows that with this map and these buttons, 50 buttons on the screen with no state boundaries, it shows that you can really do this. So uh, let's get right into the game. I've already got it set up. It asks for Alabama. We know that there's Florida, Georgia, Alabama. When I get it correct, the button disappears. It asks for Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas. You kind of get a reference where all these states are. Colorado. This is Colorado. This would be now Connecticut up here. It's a little bit more Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. And below that, that would be New Jersey, and then below that would be Delaware and Maryland. So it asks for Connecticut. I'm going to get right. Well, I can see I'm talking too much. I'm not going to beat the clock. But let's just go on through this, and then the next time I'll work on beat the clock. This is Delaware. This is Florida, of course. Georgia right above Florida. Hawaii. And that's the other thing about this is knowing where states are compared to other states. For example, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Illinois. Here's the Chicago would be right here at the bottom of Lake Michigan, so this would be Illinois. Indiana is just to the right of Illinois. Iowa, I can't believe this. These three are all right next to each other like that. Kansas, they'd ask for Kansas, which is right above Oklahoma. Kansas, this would be Kentucky. This is Tennessee, Kentucky, Louisiana, right down here next to Texas. Maine, Maryland. Maryland would be right next to Delaware. Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi. Well, the other thing is these are in alphabetical order, and so that kind of makes it easier as well. It asks for Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Nevada. This would be Utah, but this is California's here. This is Nevada. New Hampshire to the right of east of Vermont, New Hampshire. New Jersey is right here. This little here would be Rhode Island. This would be New Jersey, New Mexico, New York. New York would be right there. North Carolina. This is South Carolina. This is North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon. It actually gets easier as you get the answers. The next phase will be the 50 states, and the answers will all stay on the screen. So it asks for Pennsylvania. I think this is Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah. This would be Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. But let's do that. Let's do that. Well, let's just go through it quickly. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Arkansas. I got that wrong. Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington. Dang, I didn't beat the clock again. West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. All right, okay. Okay, I did not beat the clock, but I want to go right into test mode, so I'm going to back out of that and start over with the mental map game again. Right into test mode. And in test mode, all the buttons stay on the screen. It actually makes it easier so you can tell by referring to where the other states would be. For example, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, New Hampshire, Vermont, and New Hampshire, South Dakota. These are in random order. And this is a good example right here. The four corners would be right here. This would be Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. The four corners would be right about here. So this would be Colorado, Washington, Maryland. Maryland is we've got Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. Okay, that's Maryland, Illinois, right below the Lake Michigan, Illinois, Louisiana. We know where Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama are. Massachusetts. This is some bay that I forgot the name of it. I don't know. Nantucket. I don't know. Anyway, that's up there. Virginia. Virginia. We know this is South Carolina, North Carolina. This be Virginia. This be West Virginia. It asks for Virginia. As for Montana, right above Wyoming. As for Alabama, we've got Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. So Alabama would be here. Hawaii, Pennsylvania, right up here below New York. Michigan, right up in here surrounded by all the lakes. New York, Vermont right next to New Hampshire, New Mexico, West Virginia. This would be South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Connecticut. And when they get up into here, you really have to be careful with the mouse. You just can't click close to it because it's going to think you're doing another state. When you get up into here, you have to have the mouse right on the button, Connecticut. Other ones, you can have it way off to the side and it'll get it correct because you're not close to the other ones. Okay, see how I did on that one. California, Texas, Minnesota. This would be Michigan. This would be Wisconsin, Minnesota. Rhode Island, again, you get up in the tiny areas there, have the button right on have your mouse right on the button when you click. Arizona, Maine, Idaho, Delaware. This would be New Jersey. This would be Delaware, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Dakota. That one's easy. Actually, they're all easy once you work with the system. Arkansas, Wisconsin, Kentucky. I say that and watch me get one wrong here in a minute. Accidentally. I'm not going to try to get any wrong. Iowa would be right. I think it's right here. It is. Utah. Again, the four corners area. This would be Utah, North Carolina, right here. New Jersey right there. Florida. And the other thing about the test mode is you're not racing the clock, so you sit there and think about it. For example, this is Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. Tennessee is right below Kentucky. Missouri. I grew up in Missouri. Missouri was called where I grew up in Joplin was right at the four states area. This would be Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. We had a radio station, KOAM, in those areas, and it never occurred to me that stands for K for Kansas, O for Oklahoma, A for Arkansas, and M for Missouri. What's the question? It asked Missouri. Okay. Indiana. Indiana's right to the right of Illinois. Oregon, right below Washington. Mississippi, to the right of Louisiana, between Louisiana and Alabama. This would be Mississippi. Nevada, in the right to the east of California. South Carolina. Wyoming, below Montana. Oklahoma. Again, in the 4-state area here, this would be Oklahoma. Got 100%. Okay, and that's what I want all of you to do. I want you all to get in there and play with this and do it until you can do that. Because to me, that is personally exciting to be able to do that. I remember when we first made that game and I got in, I thought this is really going to be a challenge. But once you get into it, it surely shows that you know your states. So it is that easy to review, and it's so much fun with that particular game. I'll show you another one that is, unless I mess this up, but I'll show you another one that's even more challenging. I'm going to exit from that one. I'm not going to play this game, but this is one that really, really, really shows what you got on there. So again, this is the Four Corners area, so this would be Colorado. I'm not going to play this one. I might mess it up, but it is, not only is it that easy, but it's really a lot of fun. And the other thing is it's free. These games are free. If you want to learn geography, countries of the world, countries of Asia, Africa, the Middle East, Southeast of Europe, the 50 states, just go to clickintersoftware.com. Just like I did, click the play now button, get in there and play it. I wasn't signed in or anything. I just got in and played it. And you can play this at all of you at home. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Au revoir. Buenos, whatever. Okay, that's enough.